Okay, it is 6 o'clock. Let's go ahead and call the meeting to order. Roll call, please.
Pascal?
Here.
Stewart? Here. Delahoy?
Here.
Jesperson?
Here.
Nielsen is absent.
Pledge of allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. 1C, acknowledgement of Open Meetings Act poster that is posted by the south entrance. 1D, adoption of agenda.
I move to approve the agenda, just the regular agenda. I'll second.
Call for a vote, please.
Scroll.
Motion carried 3-0.
1E, approval of consent agenda items.
I move to approve the consent agenda.
I will second.
Call for a vote, please.
Motion carried 3-0.
Okay, let's jump down to 2A, public hearing for proposed purchase of real estate at Lot 2 and Outlot A, Oscar Fiene Addition. We'll open that at 6:01. If there's anybody here that would like to make a comment about purchasing this parcel.
Sharing information now, or the two parcels are shown here on the screen. It's one large lot and then an outlot. They do happen to be right next to the parcel that's in the middle of there is where our well number 5 is located. We have a municipal well there, so.
Okay, let's go ahead and close out at 6:02. And move down to 2B, consideration of resolution 2526.
I move to approve resolution 2526.
Need to read it?
I can read it.
Okay, go ahead.
It's a resolution declaring intent to incur indebtedness to acquire land for municipal building improvements and to reimburse certain original expenditures of the city with the proceeds of such indebtedness.
Did we get a second?
I'll second.
Okay. Discussion.
This is just a resolution saying that, we will be, with the intent is to pay cash right now for the, parcels that we're gonna be purchasing. And when it comes time to build said public facilities on that parcel, if we would decide to include the cost of land purchase in with the bond to construct the facility, we have the ability to pay ourselves back for the money, the cash that we spent for the purchase of land.
Any discussion? All right, go ahead and call for a vote, please.
Motion carried 3-0.
All right, this one is consideration of real estate purchase agreement between Property Investors LLC and the city of Waverly.
I move to approve the real estate purchase agreement by and between Property Investors LLC and the city of Waverly.
I will second.
Discussion. So the purchase agreement is on, attached to Spark, so everyone can take a look at it. We intend to close by December 23rd.
You have due diligence rights until the 23rd.
Yeah.
So you guys can engage in whatever investigations or further inquiry you need to until then, so.
And Stephanie has already gotten everyone started on the surveying and all those kinds of things, so we can make sure that we're purchasing something that we can actually build on.
Right, and there'll be a phase 1 environmental study done, the survey and title research, so.
And sellers have already signed.
Yes, sellers have already signed today. So,
And then, yeah.
we're ready. Okay, call for a vote, please.
Motion carried, 3-0.
All right, sheriff's report.
It'll be brief, Mayor. The bid went into effect last week, so Deputy being his second shift, he's on the opposite side of where I work. So I'll continue my Thursday, Friday, Saturday off. Deputy Levine will have Sunday, Monday, Tuesday off. So Wednesdays, one of us will be here. He trains on a couple days, I train on a couple days, so that's how that works. And Deputy Jones will be your day shift, remain your day shift deputy, and so Saturday, Sunday, Monday off, I think. He's got it pretty good. Wait until he takes leave those days off. Outside of that, business as usual. Nothing major really to report. So.
Perfect, thank you. All right, number 4 is public comments. Is there anyone here that would like to make a comment on a non-agenda item? Okay. Let's go down to claims for payment.
I move to approve claims for payment in the amount of $217,211.14.
I will second that.
Any discussion? Call for a vote, please.
Motion carried, 3-0.
Right, Keno and sales tax reports are there, if you want to take a look at them. 7A, consideration of resolution 2527, a resolution accepting the Lower Platte South NRD hazard mitigation plan.
I move to accept resolution 2527, accepting the Lower Platte South NRD hazard mitigation plan.
I will second that.
Any discussion? I think you have it.
I have.
Two. Oh, there you go, yeah.
For your reading pleasure.
Yeah.
I guess I can just point out that we specifically are accepting this plan. We're not approving this plan. The plan is what the plan is.
Yeah.
We're just accepting it into our city.
And so, and these were the communities that all participated in it, so.
All right, call for a vote, please.
Motion carried, 3-0.
All right, consideration of interlocal agreement with Lincoln Fire and Rescue for emergency medical services.
I move to approve the interlocal agreement with Lincoln Fire and Rescue for emergency medical services.
Thank you, City Road.
From September 1st, 2025 through August 31st, 2026, in an amount not to exceed $6,731.60.
I will second that.
Okay, discussion.
I guess probably just fair to update that, this is the one that last meeting we pushed to this meeting because there's an effort to see if we can negotiate that price down. We had representatives at a meeting there that did not, LFR is not interested in negotiating at all the prices with prices. So at this time, we're entering this agreement so that we can make sure that we have EMS services. Does that sound?
Mm-hmm. But we can get out of the agreement with 30 days notice at any time. So that's the biggest thing.
Well, then were most of the other individuals that were in attendance at that moving forward as well, or?
A lot of them had not, a lot of the chiefs had not presented the agreement to their boards yet. Some had, some had not. I know Southwest had presented it to their board and they said it needed to be negotiated. I believe the only rural department that has signed it has been Raymond Fire, and there's probably a reason behind that. But Corey Heitbrink is supposed to be organizing a meeting of all the fire chiefs to see what our other options might be for down the road.
Okay, anything else? Call for a vote, please.
Motion carried, 3-0.
Okay, consideration of interlocal agreement with Lancaster County for construction services on Oldfield Street.
I move to approve an interlocal agreement with Lancaster County for construction services on Oldfield Street.
We'll second that.
Discussion.
He wants to give us an education on Permazyme.
I can give you
The elevator pitch?
hopefully the elevator pitch. So it is an enzymatic solution. It's an enzyme that they pour these 5-gallon buckets of the enzyme into a big water tank that spreads water on the road. They spray that concoction on the dirt, and they come by and they work all the dirt together. They roll it out with a sheep's foot roller, and then they roll it out with a flat roller. And then the surface has to sit and not be touched for 3 days. Can't have people driving on it and things for 3 days. At the end of the 3 days, it's cured, and it is basically a hard surface that semi-repels water. It does not become muddy. It doesn't have dust to it. Lancaster County has used it in a couple of areas and had really great results with it. So that's the only reason why I'm suggesting that we do this, because Pam did try it and she was approving of it. So in fact, they're ordering more. And so the fact that they're ordering more and we're trying it out, the company that makes the chemical, I hate to use the word chemical, the enzyme solution, is going to give us the amount we need for Oldfield Street for free. So our only cost into this right now is to pay the county to do the application and work the road surface for us.
And we're doing that because we do not have the equipment to prepare it and all that.
Right, and they work on, I mean, that is their business. They work on dirt roads all the time, and so they understand the best way to work the ground and everything and use the equipment. So they gave us an estimated cost to do these services. It's gonna be $21,343.48. And this is a surface that could last up to 10 years. In that for 5 years for sure, in that after that 5 years, you know, it could use maybe another once over treatment for it. Obviously long term, our goal is to get some grant funds to pay for that street paving. So I did ask the representative that I was working with. I said, you know, we definitely have plans to pave the street. Whether it happens to that street surface, you know, when I go to put pavement down, do I have to rip that all off of there? He said, no, actually it provides a really good base for the concrete to be put on. He goes, you may have to work it a little bit, but it's a very stable base underneath that concrete. So, and not knowing when we will be successful in obtaining grant funds, this is I would hope to think that it's a good solution in the meantime while we're waiting for grant money to come to free up for that kind of a project.
Because that full project, we were looking at $2 million total. 3 million out of our pocket, or 3 million, what was the total? And then we thought we'd get, how much were we hoping for grant money?
3 million.
1 or 3. We've applied for 1, but I mean, I asked for 3. Last time we were tentatively awarded 1,
Right.
so we would hope to get 3.
Yeah.
One thing I would say is, I don't know if the council would want to entertain using sales tax money to pay for this project, or otherwise it would just come out of the streets budget.
And it was not part of our original budget.
It was not part of the original budget.
Did they say anything, just the proximity to housing over there, you know, is there gonna be a lot of odor or anything that could be disruptive to those neighbors that are along that street?
They did not mention anything about
Per their website,
yes.
it's a mixture of enzymes, coenzymes. They are non-toxic substances. They are not harsh chemicals. It's a formulation based on proprietary enzymes, manufactured from organic materials. It are non-hazardous to persons, animals, aquatic life, non-corrosive, highly biodegradable, and non-flammable. If that answers your question. Because I was like, what's this gonna be like for the environment? According to them, it doesn't cause any issues, so.
And we will still have the parking lot over there that will remain
Rusty.
rock.
Yeah, dusty, yes, there you go. Yes.
What if we covered this in the parking lot as well?
It would be a significant amount more money, I would assume.
It would, maybe let's try this and see how this goes, and if it turns out being a really good solution, there may be other places we would want to consider this as well.
And it would be interesting to see too, how much dust the parking lot creates versus the road creates, because the road, you're moving, and that's bringing the dust with you, where you're going so slow, hopefully, out of the parking lot. But I'm sure dust is kicked up, but I wonder if it's not nearly as bad as just using the road.
Well, and yet we've got two parking lots up there, north and south. So,
And the north doesn't seem to have, I mean, when people use that parking lot, it doesn't seem to be.
so maybe the south will be the same. I think if we're gonna do that, I think you test the road first, and because it also has to be done before the lows are 30.
Sure.
So this is a time thing. But I think if it does work, then next year we could talk about budgeting to do both parking lots too, with an interlocal. It's not just dust, but you said mud
Mhm.
and all the things.
Yeah. And I did ask, I was like, we can plow snow on this and all of that, and they said, absolutely.
It's just kind of a seal.
It is.
I think it'll be important for people to know that this isn't in lieu of, that we're still working
Correct.
on a permanent paving
Right.
of that road, so this is not
That's it.
in lieu of.
It makes sense to me to make an amendment to use sales tax funds since we didn't have this in the original budget. So that would make sense to me. So I'll make an amendment to use sales tax funds to pay for this agreement.
I will second the amendment.
Okay, discussion on that.
So just what I said, that because it wasn't in our original streets budget, this makes more sense to me to use the sales tax funds, which we have more of a discretion to utilize than having to stretch our budget.
And sales tax is for community betterment projects.
So fits perfectly there.
Okay, let's vote on the amendment of using sales tax dollars.
Motion carried, 3-0.
All right, now let's vote on the interlocal agreement with Lancaster County for construction.
Motion carried, 3-0.
Okay, next, consideration of a bid from Greg Electric Company.
I move to approve a bid from Greg Electric Company for electrical work at the wastewater treatment facility in an amount not to exceed $28,840.
I'll second that.
Discussion. So this was budgeted, and it is the gas monitors, right? That were
Seems pretty important.
installation of gas monitors.
Seems pretty
Keep our people safe.
Yep.
Okay. Let's call for a vote, please.
Motion carried, 3-0.
All right, 10A, Human Services, Parks and Rec, Allison.
I do not have an official report. Women's volleyball is going strong. That's all I know.
Is that
Flag football's over.
Flag football is over.
And soccer's over.
Ended
Soccer.
last week, and soccer ended last week as well.
Yeah.
Is volleyball in school? Is that what that was?
It's in the middle school,
In the middle school?
every Wednesday.
Nice.
Mhm.
And we have a disc golf tournament this weekend,
There is going to be a disc golf, not ran by the city,
right?
but in the park in Waynesburg.
So if
Anyone
folks go
wants
down
to-
in the park, they just might want to be aware if they're walking on the
Blind business.
sidewalk,
I'm gonna be a little extra activity.
there could be some extra activity.
Where your heart.
Hopefully, I know Clayton worked with them on some additional garbage cans and things like that, so, they've connected with the organizer, to make sure that's there. And hopefully they also visit some of our restaurants and shops and things like that.
Yes.
So they're-
If there's any Girl Scouts needing to sell cookies, that might be a
Because
good
might be
place to
good
do
spot.
it.
Do we have council representation in the tournament?
No, I'm out of town.
Okay. That's all I got. Thank you. And 11, what is it? Yes, so next week, basketball, t-ball, girls softball, and boys baseball is starting registration. So November 5th, 4th or 5th, it's on the website. So be looking out for that. All right, Public Works, Aaron.
They're continuing to flush hydrants. They picked up flour and debris from the cemetery. They spent 3 days rebuilding the sludge press, Tuesday through Thursday, and it was put back in the building on Friday, set to go. Pulled the one working UV module and put it on the east side of the UV chamber to make room for the installation of the new modules, which I believe we approved at the last meeting, so they continue work towards those new UV modules. Worked on the HV pump or dump truck sander as the salt brine pump was not working, getting ready for winter. Assembled the new salt storage cover at the shop, which we approved, I believe, 2 meetings ago. So again, they continue to move forward with those things that they budgeted and are working on for this year. Submitted third quarter DMRs to the EPA for the wastewater treatment plant. Picked up just general debris getting ready for winter out at the wastewater treatment plant as well. They started to reassemble the sludge press, swept streets, and paperwork has been submitted to place the order for the UV system. And the snow pusher blades arrived on Monday for the skid steers to remove snow cutout or cut snow on cul-de-sacs in other areas. So,
Thank you.
A lot of snow stuff in
a
there.
lot of snow stuff in there and a lot of wastewater treatment plant stuff in there. So,
All right, Public Health, Fire and Safety, David.
We talked about the LFR contract, which we approved tonight, so that was a big portion of it. But then also, this is fun. The fire crew saw the cross-country team and the Waverly High School marching band off to their respective state competitions, which in my mind, I'm like literally imagining the cross-country team just ran to the competition. Followed them out, but probably not. Probably
Well,
waited
they
until
had, let's see, they had a bus this time.
They did, they go out good. But I think it's really neat to see off the state teams.
and we had a couple really good finishers too. 2 in the top 10.
Oh, very good.
That's awesome.
From Waverly, 1 girl, 1 boy. So.
Nice.
San Express had a fundraiser, held a fundraiser on the 20th. And the fire crew was out there supporting that event as well with the truck. There was also a Zoom meeting hosted by the Nebraska EMS Task Force to discuss the future of rural EMS in Nebraska and some funding sources that'll be coming. So probably going to gather some information on that. Or
I'm going to try to, I apologize, I did sign up for the Zoom meeting, and 10 minutes before the meeting was to start, I was getting ready to log on and the page went off. So
sure.
our call lasted about 2 hours, so I totally missed it. Haven't found anything online, but there's supposed to be a big funding opportunity for Nebraska over the next 5 years, but sizable amount of money. So I'll get a hold of somebody at the NEMS organization or through Health and Human Services. And I would have thought they would have recorded it somewhere, but I've been yet to find it.
That has obviously been a huge topic recently in Nebraska media. There's been several storylines on rural fire and rural EMS services, so all across the state. So that'll be good to know. And then we've got 2 mobile radios for the new ambulance. So that's everything.
I would also like to mention that today is National First Responder Day. So we've got 4 of you in the audience today. So thank you all. I think I might be a little bit biased, but Waverly Fire and Rescue is the best agency in the county for sure. So thank you all for what you do every single day. Thank you. Okay, so Dave is gone. So Stephanie,
Seems like just a barrage of phone calls this last couple of weeks. Anyway, we've been working on the real estate purchase agreements, to get those, across the finish line, and loan agreements for the, streetlight projects. Our new code inspector is working and, has been, going through the community, and what I want to say, gathering information to share with some property owners, to help them, make some improvements to their property, to take care of their properties a little bit better. And what else? We'll be working on, a new job description for the Park and Rec / Aquatic Center Manager, in the coming days. Next week when Clayton gets back, we'll get that job description, finished up. We will also be working on the fees for baseball and everything so that the registrations can go live at the beginning, that first week of November, so. And there's a Park and Rec meeting the November 3rd, I believe, and so that's where we will discuss the fees for those programs. Anything else?
And the administrative assistant for fire and rescue is closed.
Yes.
We've got a very good group of candidates, 47 to be exact.
Is it 47 now?
That's what Megan told me today,
Oh, Lord.
47. So that's wonderful.
Yeah.
I mean, it's great.
It is. It was absolutely amazing. So yes, we will come out of there with a great hire.
Is that it?
That is,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay, that's enough.
I moved to enter executive session to check the public interest, to receive legal advice, and to discuss negotiation strategy.
I second that.
Okay, call for vote please.
Motion carried 3-0. We are closed session at 6:27.